Gypsy Rose Blanchard was recently cyberbullied by Gen Z, and she left social media entirely. She said, real life is something you can touch, something you can feel. People you can actually hug. With the public scrutiny as bad as it is, I just don't want to live my life under a microscope. So she permanently deleted her Instagram account and her TikTok account, which arguably she shouldn't have made those accounts in the first place if she cared about not being scrutinized.
But did she really exist in a world before the internet? Like that?
No,
to that level? So she didn't really know.
I think she was imprisoned in like 2012, I believe. So that was kind of before it was anything like it is today.
Like the iPhone wasn't really super, like I think the iPhone
She had Facebook.
The iPhone 4 came out in 2012 or around that time, right? So you weren't really sitting with like unlimited internet on your phone when
she was literally living in an abusive household where she was not even allowed to have free access to communications and devices. If you guys are unaware, Gypsy Rose Blanchard, she's the true crime local celebrity that got a bunch of attention when she was released from prison last year. And we were talking about this press circuit that she's been on. Very disturbing that the media is mining her for as much headlines as possible. And she just got this huge following. The backstory is that she was a victim of Munchausen's by proxy via her mother. And she got into this online relationship with her boyfriend, whom she convinced to murder her mother. And he did that. And they ran away together, but they were caught and they were both imprisoned afterwards. And he is still in prison for this. She was released last year. So after she made the announcement that she was going to leave social media, she had to issue an apology for her lack of accountability, unquote, while announcing she'll delete those social media accounts.
Why?
She said, I'm sorry, I'm learning. I take accountability for my part. I'm saying this right now. I'm taking accountability. I did a bad thing. Let my actions match my words and we'll go from there. I definitely have a good support system, and I think I'm just now starting to get around to listening to my inner self instead of all the noise that's been on social media. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching and hearing me out.
What the hell did she, I don't get it. What the hell did she do? What was the bad thing she did? Was somebody like, okay, she's like, I did a bad thing. They're like, what, convince a guy to murder your mother? No, I told people I was going to delete social media.
I think that they're saying she lacks accountability for the murder. However, I think that going to prison for what you did is definitely paying your debt to society. And I think that she has always been relatively consistent in saying that she regrets what she did and that she loves, or I guess loved her mother, and that she wishes she hadn't escaped her abusive situation in the way that she did.
Well, just remember now, Gypsy Rose Blanchard and some random Swiftie who had Disney Plus are both learning and
learning, growing, doing better,
and
etc.
doing better because they made mistakes, because ultimately their desire is to bend the knee. Like, I would rather somebody's like, I'm not learning shit, screw you.
So then someone said, imagine walking out of prison and getting told by a bunch of 16-year-old bisexuals that you need to be held accountable.
Seriously.
Like, this chick literally just got out of prison for what she did. She obviously did take accountability, and I think the disturbing part of her press circuit was that all of these media outlets were trying to get her to celebrate what she did.
Yeah, make light of it.
And make light of it. And they were just being really discompassionate toward her when she clearly does regret deeply what she did.
But remember, in the internet's mind, this is the same thing as Taylor Swift watching Taylor Swift's Eras Tour on Disney Plus.
Yeah, there's like a moral equivalency between like being problematic and committing a crime.
Okay, guys, outside of like the whole murdering thing, like if somebody on the internet tells you to take accountability for some stupid thing you did online, say, I'm not learning, I'm not doing better, I'm not taking accountability. Go to hell.
They were literally commenting on Gypsy's posts being like, say gay rights, say trans rights, again, blah, blah, blah.
There it is. Forced, compelled speech from weirdos on the internet who don't care about these causes. What they care about is poking you and getting you to do what they want. It's all about power and control.
Maybe Gypsy is going to realize that being in prison and remaining ignorant of the ways that the world has changed is better in some respects. You just have better food now that you're out of prison, I guess.
She's like, can I like go
better
back,
outfits.
but like have a chef?
Yeah. Can I just go back to prison and, you know, read books for the rest of my life and not deal with online beef?
There's an argument to be made like about the addictive nature of the internet, which is like, arguably I would be 100,000 times happier if I didn't know any of this stuff happened or existed, right? A lot of our job is like looking for stuff to talk about or following what's going on online. This is where we get into the whole normie discussion that we were having the other day. And I was infinitely happier. But like when I first started this job, I did not have a Twitter. I had deleted my Twitter from years ago, which was actually mostly positive. It was literally kind of what it is now, which is like, this movie's awesome. You should watch this movie. And I was happier. It was my job. At my job, I was less effective.
I think that I more than I want to be someone who is not on social media, I just want to live in a world where social media doesn't exist. And unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
Nope.
That's just out of the realm of possibility now.
Yep,
but I do feel bad for Gypsy. It's unfortunate.
And remember, a bunch of 16-year-olds on the internet are telling you to say you're sorry and take accountability for your actions. And adults listen to 16-year-olds on the internet and say, I'm definitely learning. I'm definitely growing. I'm definitely taking responsibility for my own actions. That's not taking responsibility for your own actions. All that is placating a bunch of internet terrorists who want to make you feel bad and get you to say the thing they want you to say.
Yeah, it's just blurting out meaningless words.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.